Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Kind of in a bad mood this morning, to be honest with you. I hate to say that.
You're
supposed
in
to
a bad mood.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, just, you're supposed to be, as a breakfast show host, the job is to forget about your own problems and keep everybody out there, on the upside, spirits and so forth. But, after the rip-off on the Packers last night, it's just hard for me to face the day, feeling like the world is fair. That's all I got to say.
I forgot you were a big Packers fan. Gee, I really felt terrible for you yesterday.
Well, what a rip-off.
Ripped off how?
There were some calls in that game.
Oh, give me a break.
There were some calls in that game.
There were no calls.
I believe
had calls that went against the Colts.
The referees were in favor of the Colts. And I think that game should be reviewed.
Good.
That game should be reviewed,
the Colts.
Looked over, and that should be switched back to the Packers.
Whatever.
That's the way we work these days. We don't like the results.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah. Green Bay was behind, tied the game, went to overtime, had the ball. First possession of overtime, opportunity to win the game, and they fumbled the football. Now, I don't know what the official had to do with that.
Did you notice that the ball was switched right before that?
Whatever.
Yeah, did you see that? Did you see where they switched balls? Probably a little bit of slick surface on it, and the pressure was not the same. Now, that's what I heard. That's
see.
what was going around. That was on social media.
Was it now?
And so that's true.
Yeah.
So why can't they take that, review it, and switch it back to the Packers?
Cry me a river.
I mean, that's the way of the world these days. Why can't we get it right? It was fake.
I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I thought it was awesome, being a Bears fan. That's all right. You guys will get back on the winning track on Sunday night because you play the Bears. So it's all right. Yeah, you won't be in too long of a losing streak.
Well, I'm not giving up on that.
I hope that the Bears can, I don't know, pull off a shocking upset, but...
Well, if they keep if they switch balls and do some of the trickery they did in this game, the Bears might have a chance.
Think so, huh?
Highly unlikely, but it could happen. I mean, anything's possible out there when people manipulate things.
I forgot you were a die-hard Packers fan.
That is right. Always have been, for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, whatever.
7:34 is your time. Okay. Here's something else kind of crazy.
All right. Yeah, I just sense this morning that you just need to come in here and get a few things off your chest.
Well, that just a ripoff on that ball game. It's wrong. It was right there on social media.
No rip-off. It should have never went to overtime. First off,
it was on Facebook.
I mean, if you want to talk about officiating, what did the Colts have on that one drive toward the end of the game where they could have iced it? What, like 3 holding penalties or something?
Brent, I'm going to tell you the truth.
That's how the Packers even had a chance to tie it.
I didn't actually watch the game.
Oh.
I didn't watch the game.
So you're talking about all of this without even watching it?
I read about it afterwards on Facebook and on the blogs out there. Skeeter, all those things. And the fact is, it's on the social media that ball pressure was changed and they put a slippery substance on it. And I didn't see the game. I just read about it. I read the facts later.
So you're talking about it and didn't even see it. Oh, boy.
I didn't watch it.
I'm not going there.
Well,
sorry, you can't talk. You didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
Well,
you don't have to watch it. You don't have to see and read things anymore. You get it. You get the information afterwards. And I got it. And it said right there in that Skeeter that the ball had been tampered with. And I believe it because it's on social media. All right. Did you see
Would you like some cheese to go with your wine this morning?
I'm just telling you the facts. That was a malicious attack on the Packers.
Whatever.
That's what it said right in there in that one Skeeter. Malicious attack on the Packers. Did you see a video over the weekend of a man saving his puppy from an alligator?
I did see that. I saw it yesterday. I happened to be scrolling through Twitter for some reason. And I saw the video of this guy, yes, saving his puppy from an alligator. Now, granted, the alligator was not 5-6 feet long, but
it's got jaws.
But it was, yeah, it was still an alligator. What I loved was the guy. Okay, he goes into the water, right, and saves his puppy. The alligator. It even looked like the alligator had it in its jaws, right?
It did.
Yeah. And so he pries the jaws open of the alligator. The puppy is freed. But my favorite part was he's smoking a cigar during the whole thing.
I didn't notice that.
Did you see that?
No.
Yeah. He comes out of the water and he's got a cigar in his mouth, and he is still he never stops smoking the cigar. The cigar never comes out of his mouth while he's saving his puppy.
I just saw they showed a clip of it on TV. I know that's old-fashioned, but it was on TV. I saw it. But I didn't notice the cigar. 74-year-old guy from Florida saving his puppy from an alligator. His name is Richard Wilbanks. Was walking by his backyard pond with his 3-month-old spaniel puppy named Gunner when a gator quickly darted out of the pond and grabbed the dog. Wilbanks jumped in the water, as you said, pried the gator's jaws open, and managed to free his dog. The rescue happened to be caught on cameras placed by the Florida Wildlife Federation. And little Gunner suffered a punctured wound, but is doing great, and the cigar probably is in good shape as well. Wow.
Yeah, it really was quite the footage. It was cool.
It was.
I'm just glad the guy didn't get hurt. I mean, boy, that alligator could have snapped down on his fingers.
I wondered how he must have just grabbed the nose part and not had his hands, inside the teeth.
Yeah.
Because I thought maybe his hands were stuck afterwards, but yeah, it's kind of weird to have that. Now, you're right, it wasn't a big alligator, but it wasn't a very big puppy either.
No.
I mean, he would have ate it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, that's a good news story. A bad news story, tampered football in a Packers game.
Oh, my goodness.
SEM today. This is the 23rd day. They're having meatballs, subs, fruit, vegetables, and milk at SEM today.
Sargent Public Schools today, beef and noodles or potato and bacon soup with crackers. Fruit cup, cookie, milk, and salad bar on the menu today at Sargent.
They should review it, restudy it, and change it. The Brockville Middle and High School today, toasted cheese sandwich with creamy tomato soup, crispy chicken sandwiches, fresh baked ham, cheese, and sub, chef salad with roasted flatbread. They're having vegetables, fruit, and milk along with that.
Cozad Public Schools today, some of their choices will include barbecue chicken on a bun, popcorn chicken wrap, or Italian chef salad with fruit muffin on the menu today at Cozad.
At Ansley, they're having popcorn chicken bowls.
Thetford today, same thing. Popcorn chicken bowl at Thetford today.
Very popular menu item. And today it's French dip at Callaway.
All right. And Smyrna today. Looks like their choices will include traditional sloppy joe, grilled chicken sandwich or fresh-baked ham and cheese sub at Anselmo Myrna.
Sandhills Dunning today, breaded beef patty, mashed potatoes and gravy, and corn.
Loop City Public Schools today for lunch, fish sandwich or chicken strips and oven potatoes on the menu today at Loop City.
All right, let's go back to Sandhills Thedford and talk a little bit about a fantastic year for the Knights. A gallant effort at the state tournament that was our honor to cover. You were there. First half, everything was clicking along pretty good, although it was a pretty wide-open game. Both teams, defensive teams, were having their troubles with the offenses, I think. They were very powerful. That's what I could tell on the radio. What did it look like in person?
Well, just two great teams, very evenly matched, wonderful championship game. Everything you could want in a championship game. Phenomenal atmosphere. With it being played in Shickley, it was just so neat. They were bussing people in from the parking lot into the game, and people out on horseback, I think, directing traffic at times.
Wow.
It's just what 8-man football is all about. So the atmosphere was phenomenal. The play was superb. It was one of those games where you could easily say, the old phrase, no one really deserved to lose that one, because both teams were champions. It was just a great game, hard hitting. My goodness, I hurt and I was just watching it. The pads were popping that night for sure. So everybody left it all out on the field, and that's all you can ask for. Great game. Second half, BDS was I thought kind of able to. I think they made some adjustments, especially defensively up on the line of scrimmage, and just was able to make a few more things happen in the second half, and then just held on. Sandhills Thedford got down by 16, never gave up. Next thing you know, they score, make it an 8-point game, have an onside kick. BDS recovers it, though, and then was able to run out the clock and win the title. But a great championship game, several great championship games across the state on Friday night. They played them all Friday, and there were some really good ones. So, and that was certainly up toward the top of the list. So, congratulations to Coach Dynas. Congratulations to his kids. Never the way you want to end the season. You want to, end the season with a win, but I'm sure that group and those communities will look back on it and realize the tremendous success and the tremendous achievement that the season was.
I agree. And, I'm glad that it turned out to be a close game. I think everybody is. You always want it to be, you wanted to end up on the team that you're supporting to have the win. But, yeah, it was fun to listen to. And, I don't really probably shouldn't even bring this up, but I suppose that they had somewhat of a home field advantage there, where it was played in their communities.
Well, it was on their home field.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that as far as fan support, Sandhills Thedford heard their fans, man. Let me tell you, those people came out, they traveled, and it was. Of course, it's hard to tell when you're up in a booth and stuff, but from what I could tell, I would say the crowd was probably 50-50.
All right, that's
Sandhills,
good.
Yeah, the people really turned out and showed tremendous support for their team.
And since they weren't in Lincoln at Memorial Stadium, the crowd was right next to the field like they are throughout the season. Mm-hmm. It's always a little strange in Memorial Stadium, or at least it seems to be, when you got communities that size supporting their teams and you put them in that big stadium and they're farther away from the field. It's a lot different. And this was more like, what they played in every week, with the crowd right up next to the field and cars parked everywhere and horses, and as you say. So in a way it was even, kind of cooler in that aspect of it. So congratulations, Sandhills Thedford. Congratulations to all the teams who competed this year. And by golly, that sports season made it. through all of the COVID
Yep.
and all of everything challenge. I heard conversations about that as well. Just to make it to the end of the year is a win. Now we're going to try to make it through the next season, and we'll be talking about that in the days to come. We're going to play the game now.
Okay.
Let's just end. That was a text concerning the Packers. I really can't read this on the air, but it is a good thought. I'll let you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
From Aaron Rodgers, is it?
well.
You
No,
guys,
I don't know.
You
I
guys,
don't know him
you
personally.
guys buddies in text messaging now?
No, I don't.
Since you're a big diehard Packers fan.
I'm just a regular fan. I'm just a dedicated regular fan. That's all. I don't have any inclination that I'll ever get to meet them.
Other than Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, can you name 5 other Packer players?
Well, sure I can. We have the time right now. Let's play the game.
In November of 1620, the Mayflower reached an area now known as Massachusetts. So these questions are about the Mayflower and its passengers. Here's your first question. The original intended destination of the Mayflower was this area where the Pilgrims would join the already established colonists in the vicinity of Chesapeake Bay. What area was it? Your choices are Louisiana, Florida, Virginia, or Georgia. The original intended destination of the Mayflower was this area where the Pilgrims would join the already established colonists in the vicinity of Chesapeake Bay. What area was it? Is it Louisiana, Florida, Virginia, or Georgia? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Come and see us at Bo Bootery and start checking names off that Christmas list. Through Wednesday, enjoy 25% off fashion boots, snow boots, and bear pods. Consider it our happy Thanksgiving to you. Winter is around the corner, so be ready with some comfort for your feet at 25% off. Don't forget to come see us for some awesome deals Black Friday through Mega Monday. Enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday and always remember to give thanks for all the blessings that God has given you. Bo Bootery, downtown Broken Bow.
Happy Thanksgiving from your locally owned Health Mart Pharmacy, Barney Health Mart. They are closed on Thanksgiving, but invite you in Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday 9 until 1. Their Black Friday sale includes 20% off toys, 25% off gifts, and 20% off Lean & Tree Box Christmas cards. Plus draw for extra savings off one item. Small Business Saturday from 9 to 1, 20% off toys and gifts. Happy Thanksgiving and shopping season from Barney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow.
We have Eldon on the line. Good morning, Eldon. How are you?
Fine.
Good, good. Do you like the Packers, Eldon?
I do. I'm definitely a Packers fan.
Oh man,
my.
you're the man. You are the man. I'm going to let you win whether you answer correctly or not. Here's Brent.
Alrighty.
Oh, my. Okay, here's your question. The original intended destination of the Mayflower was this area where the Pilgrims would join the already established colonists in the vicinity of Chesapeake Bay. What area was it? Your choices are Louisiana, Florida, Virginia, or Georgia. What do you think?
Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia's the answer. And because you've answered correctly, we have for you a little token that is going to stop that. We have a little token that's going to get you a free personal pan pizza, one topping at Pizza Hut, if that works for you.
Alrighty.
All right,
on, Eldon.
come on out and see us.
All right.
By the
Thank
way,
you.
if you're wearing a Packers T-shirt or ball cap, you will not be allowed in the
Oh,
building.
yes, you
Just
will,
want you
Eldon.
to know.
Come on in. Come on in.
All right.
Take
Thank
care,
you.
man. All right.
Yep.
7:49 is the time. We're going to catch up with Steve at the grocery cart this morning, so stay tuned. That's coming up.
3 prep days away, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and FYI, the grocery cart here in Broken Bow will be closed all day on Thanksgiving, so all of our associates can enjoy the day with their family, and I think that's a great thing, and I'm sure they're super thankful. I know I'm thankful for the promise of a day off after a lot of hard work, and so what we're still working on today, tomorrow, and Wednesday is all these great items, making sure they're out there and ready for you to save a ton of money on all these great items like turkeys. It's still a hot price at 88 cents a pound for the first bird. We're running lower on some of the larger sizes, but maybe pick up another frozen turkey for Christmas. You won't find this price at Christmas or any other time of year, so now's the time to stock up. Also, hams are in order. We've got Best Choice Spiral Cut half hams, $1.98 a pound. Hormel Cure 81 boneless hams, whole or half, $3.58 a pound. And Frick's bone-in half ham portions, only $1.98 a pound. So pick one of those items for the main course for your Thanksgiving meal. And, of course, you need all of the sides as well. Pick up some Best Choice russet potatoes, 10-pound bag, $2.28 each. Best Choice butter, 1-pound package, 2 for $4. Best Choice cream cheese bricks, 8 ounces, $1 each. King's Hawaiian dinner rolls, 3 varieties, 12 count, only $2.98 each. We've got the Rhodes rolls, if you like to bake your own, from frozen Rhodes rolls, 2 varieties, 24 to 36 count, only $3.28. Jesse Lord's pies, pumpkin or apple, these are 11-inch pies, $9.98 each. Panna Gold white or wheat brown and serve rolls, 12 count, 3 for $4. You got to top that green bean casserole with some French fried onions. 6 ounces, only $3.28. Fresh baked dinner rolls. This is my go-to from the bakery. 1 dozen, $2.98. Stovetop stuffing, 2 for $4. Welch's kid-friendly or adult-friendly sparkling grape juices, $2.98 each. Best Choice granulated sugar, 4-pound bag, 2 for $4. Best Choice vegetables, 2 for $1 in a can. We've got Carnation evaporated milk, 12-ounce can, 2 for $3. Ocean Spray cranberry sauce, 2 for $3. And then Kraft Mini or regular marshmallows or marshmallow cream in a jar, 4 for $5. What goes great? What do you use those marshmallows for this time of year? Various salads, of course, but you can also sprinkle some on top of your yams. Bruce's cut yams in a 29-ounce can is only $1.78 each. Need a little snack tray? Fill your snack tray up with Lindsay medium, large, or jumbo black olives, $1.68 each in a can. Best Choice all-purpose and unbleached flour, 5-pound bag, 2 for $5. Best Choice brown or powdered sugar in a 2-pound bag, 3 for $4. And Best Choice apple or cherry pie fillings, $1.98 each. And don't miss out on all the toppings that the frozen food department has and those great Village Pie Maker pies, as well as various other pies that we carry over in that frozen food section. Let's see, speaking of frozen food section, we've also got Best Choice pie crusts on sale this week, $1.88 each. So that's a great price on those. Maybe you would like to make a soup for this Thanksgiving. Ream's egg noodles are $2.38 each. Over in the dairy department, top off those pies or the hot cocoa with some ready whipped topping in a can, $2.15 each on those. Best Choice heavy whipping cream, 2 for $6. Best Choice sour cream in a 16-ounce tub, $1.40 each. Bluebonnet margarine sticks, 88 cents each. And then the roll-out Pillsbury pie crusts are 2 for $5. Over in the fresh meat department, maybe you're looking for something to tide you over for the week. We've got a lot of great options in our meat department. Grocery Cart Premium Aged Choice Certified Angus Beef rump roast is $3.88 a pound. Grocery Cart's Premium Aged Choice Certified Angus Beef Sirloin Tip Roast, 8-pound average, $3.48 a pound. Grocery Cart's Homemade Pork Sausage, $2.88 a pound, and Center Cut Boneless Loin Chops, $1.98 a pound. Pick up a Tyson Cornish Game Hen, 20 ounces, 2 for $7. Among various other great deals, don't forget the bacon, the meatballs, the Little Smokies, for the game and whatnot over in the meat department. Grocery savings, we've got Coca-Cola 24-pack varieties, 12-ounce cans, $6.98 this week. The rest of the pop ads pretty much remain the same from last week. Folgers Classic or Blend Coffee, $5.98 each. We've got plenty more savings in the grocery department. Jell-O gelatin or pudding in a box, 98 cents each. Swanson's chicken or beef broth in a can, 5 for $3. And Keebler graham cracker crusts, only $2.48 each. Numerous other items you can save on in the grocery department. If you need any help throughout the store, never hesitate to ask an associate where something is. French fried onions, FYI, aisle number 2. And we've got farm fresh produce aplenty, so get that for the table and for the meal this week. Nice and fresh celery, 68 cents each. Ocean Spray fresh cranberries, 12-ounce bag, 2 for $4. Fresh fancy yams, 68 cents a pound. Bunches of broccoli, 2 for $4. 3-pound bag of yellow onions, 2 for $4. Asparagus, $2.98 a pound. And much, much more over. Oh, and Green Giant baby carrots, 1-pound bag, only 98 cents. And don't hesitate to call maybe today. It was going to be one of the last days you can call for tray orders, whether it be for a veggie or fruit tray over in the produce department, or a meat and cheese or cracker snacker tray over in the deli department. I would call today if you're needing it for Thanksgiving. We do need a 24-hour advance notice to make those for you. Speaking of the deli, we got some nice items on sale over there this week. We've got Mrs. Jerry's pumpkin spice, fluff, or cranberry cheesecake desserts. If you're struggling for a side dish for the table, maybe that's what you pick up. $3.98 a pound over in our fresh deli. We've also got some nice meats and cheeses on sale, sliced the way you want it. Kretschmar Cajun or tomato turkey, $7.98 a pound, and Kretschmar Colby cheese, $5.98 a pound. Of course, over in the deli, you can always dine in or carry out on our monthly meal options. Today we've got Thanksgiving dinner on Monday, so if you're looking for an easy way to have Thanksgiving a meal, today is the day in the GK Deli. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we've got chicken pot pie. Wednesday, barbecue rib sandwich. We're closed Thursday, and then Friday, Chester's chicken. So we've got a lot of great deals going on over in that deli, and with your rewards card, every main menu item that you purchase for lunch is free with your rewards card. And don't forget that tasty Chester's chicken, hot and fresh every day of the week. And chicken tenders are $1 at the happy hour tenders hour from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. each day. Fresh Bakery, we've got Jesse Lord fruit pies, 8 inches, 2 for $10. And don't forget to go over into that wine and spirit shop for that favorite wine or otherwise. Plenty of great options over in the wine and spirits at the GK. Rewards bonus items do not disappoint. We were talking about those trays earlier. Get your orders in today with the grocery cart, deli, meat and cheese, or cracker snacker trays. Any size that you purchase for this week, you would get 5,000 rewards points to go with that. Kemp's Eggnog Quart, 2 for $5, earn 250 points. Bird's Eye Frozen Vegetables of Steel of a Deal at 78 cents each, earn 100 points each on those. Brothers Mini Donuts in a 2-pound tub, $6.98, earn 500 points. New Crop California Halos, 3-pound bag, 2 for $6, earn 300 points. Hershey's Baking Cocoa, 8 ounces, $3.18, earn 400 points. Wimmer's Little Smokies, $3.98 from the meat department over there, 400 points per on those. And Reynolds turkey bags, don't forget those. They're $1.98, earn 250 points. At the GK this week, we hope everyone has a great and happy Thanksgiving.
In the morning, you are awakened by the twitter of a little bird.
No, it's Dave and Brent.
I knew there was a reason I got out of bed this morning.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN. You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. AstraZeneca becomes the third drug company to report success with a COVID vaccine. But Brown University's Dr. Ashish Jha says it's too early to declare total victory.
There are two arms of the study, two different dosing regimens. One of them was about 60%, the other one was 90%. We got to sort out what happened in the 60% arm, but I think this is really good news.
U.S. Airlines screened more than 1 million passengers yesterday, the highest number since the pandemic began. Dan Wapner among the passengers who ignored CDC advice and crowded into LAX Thanksgiving week.
I'm 64 years old and I just want to enjoy what we can enjoy while we can.
CBS News has learned President-elect Biden has chosen a Secretary of State. Correspondent Nicole Killian.
Tony Blinken had long been considered a front runner for the Secretary of State position. He's been working with the President-elect on global issues.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Gavin Higgins with you, and here is a look at state news. Officials are expressing concern about 2 new coal trains per day that soon could be moving through Syracuse. It has been 17 years since Syracuse was home to that much train traffic, and Otoe County Sheriff Colin Cottle said it will pose some new challenges for first responders beginning 2021. The sheriff told the Syracuse City Council Wednesday of last week that his office has been working side by side with the Burlington Police Department to create awareness in the community by posting flyers at local businesses and also at the school. The tracks cross over 4 streets in the city of Syracuse and also at the intersection of 28th Road and West 9th Street, which is heavily traveled by young drivers on their way to the Syracuse complex for games and practices. The line is owned by OPPD, and there is no plan at this time to add additional bars or lights at any of the crossings. Councilwoman Laramie Werner, who volunteers on the Syracuse Rescue Squad, expressed her concern to Sheriff Cottle regarding fire and rescue. She said emergency crews need to be able to travel south on Highway 50 from Syracuse, as that is the only straight path south of town. OPPD earlier announced increased use of the railroad tracks for grain hauling. For a period of 60 days, the town of Neely will be downsizing its police force by 1, leaving 2 officers to cover the area. After accepting the resignation of Officer Craig Nelson with a heavy heart, the Neely City Council was faced with the choice of either replacing the vacancy or trying to manage with only 2. The motion to stick with only 2 officers for a period of 60 days passed with 3 votes. The choice was made with consideration of budget concerns as well as emergency response capacity. The measure was made to see if only 2 officers could manage the needs of the town.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Checking games and note from Sunday's action in Week 11 of the NFL. Maybe the best game of the day was Sunday night in Las Vegas, where the Chiefs beat the Raiders 35-31. Oakland quarterback Derek Carr had 3 TD passes, including the go-ahead score with 1:43 to play. But Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes had 2 touchdown passes, including one with 28 seconds left to get Kansas City the win and improve them to 9-1. Oakland, with a tough loss, drops to 6-4. Overtime for the Colts to beat the Packers 34-31. Indianapolis quarterback Phillip Rivers had 3 touchdown passes in the win. Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers, 3 touchdown passes in the loss. Both teams are 7-3. Steelers are 10-0 after beating the Jaguars 27-3. Overtime for the Titans to down the Ravens 30-24. Tennessee running back Derrick Henry had a 29-yard touchdown run in OT to end it and then improve the team to 7-3. Baltimore drops to 6-4. Saints are 8-2 after beating the Falcons 24-9. Taysom Hill started at quarterback, had a couple of TD runs. Browns are 7-3 after beating the Eagles 22-17.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Mostly cloudy skies today with a high temperature of 45 degrees, but we'll have some breezy conditions with southeast winds blowing 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 possible. Cloudy skies Monday night with isolated rain showers possible with maybe even a few thunderstorms during the overnight period, staying cloudy and a low around 39. More rain for your Tuesday, possibly mixing with snow during the afternoon hours, and a high temperature of 46 degrees. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jake Pozesinski.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Janet Lawhorn. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office on the north side of the square in Broken Bow. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Currently 39 under a cloudy sky. Winds are really picking up now. out of the southeast at 10 to 25 miles per hour. Gusts a little higher than that already. Barometric pressure continues to fall at 30.02, humidity at 55%. High yesterday, 49, with an overnight low of 15. Sun set today at 5:13, sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:38, and we have recorded 58 hundredths precipitation so far this month. That's a look at weather and news here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We are going to be talking about some businesses here this morning. We had a couple of interviews lined up that were changed this morning, so we'll have a little bit lighter schedule than usual. So that is the case here on this Monday, kind of a layback day. Good way to get started on the holiday. I was going to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving real quick. They were talking about trying not to travel for Thanksgiving, trying to reduce the numbers of people you gather with for Thanksgiving. And I know some of you are doing that and some of you are not. That seems to be the trend these days. Well, if you're going to travel and fly, they actually have some ideas of how people need to prepare as to what they can bring on the plane for food, because evidently people are traveling and gathering at the airports to fly, and despite the CDC warnings, airports around the country are already packed with travelers. And if you're thinking about bringing a meal with you, they have put out a list of which Thanksgiving foods can travel.
Okay.
Solids can go through the airport security. Liquids cannot. So a turkey, I suppose, technically could get through the airport.
Okay, but the gravy can't.
The gravy cannot, nor can the wine. So you can carry a turkey or a ham or other meats with you, plus stuffing, casseroles, and pies. But as you said, gravies, sauces, wines, and cider will not get through. So if you're not sure, tweet at AskTSA. It's crazy enough to gather in an airport right now, let alone bring a turkey with you. But that's where we're at. Or a ham.
Mm-hmm.
Walking in with a ham. Wow.
I printed this out the other day.
Yes.
Honestly, I don't really know where this came from, but it says your state's favorite Thanksgiving dish in 2020. Apparently, they did a survey of states across the United States and asked people what your favorite Thanksgiving dish is. Okay, for the state of Nebraska, what do you think would be the favorite Thanksgiving dish?
The favorite Thanksgiving dish. Turkey and dressing.
Okay, I would be kind of right there with you. Mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, this is what it says for Nebraska. I kid you not, this is what it says. Jell-O.
Jell-O?
That can't be right.
No.
That's what it says. Your state's favorite Thanksgiving dish, state of Nebraska, Jell-O. Iowa, Jell-O.
Oh, come on.
That's what it's saying. Iowa, Jell-O. Wisconsin, Jell-O. Michigan, Jell-O. Ohio, Jell-O.
Dish?
That's what it's your state's favorite Thanksgiving dish in 2020. And it's got Nebraska listed with Jell-O. I can't believe that's true.
I
mean, if someone were to ask me what my favorite Thanksgiving dish is, I don't even think Jell-O would come to my mind.
No. I think the only time Jell-O really, I guess there's, at Christmas time you think about Jell-O, maybe.
Now the most listed, mashed potatoes is just all over this list.
Sure.
Mashed potatoes in all kinds of states. Texas, pecan pie in Texas. And let's see, Louisiana, cornbread dressing.
Oh, cornbread dressing.
Yeah. There really aren't as many turkeys listed here as I would think. Now, my favorite was Georgia. where their favorite Thanksgiving dish is honey-baked ham.
Well, it makes more sense than Jell-O.
Well, I would agree, yes.
Gosh.
But then then the question becomes, okay, what kind of Jell-O? Now, my mom would make Jell-O with, you'd pour the fruit cocktail into the Jell-O.
Mhm.
I kind of liked that. Throw a little Cool Whip on it or whatever. But, like the green Jell-O with the pears, I don't go for that.
You don't?
No. Do you?
At Easter, I do.
Do you?
Yeah, green Jell-O with pears, and then
course-
sprinkle a little cheese on top.
Of course, there are different kinds of Jell-O. I mean, I guess the question would be, when it says Jell-O, does it just mean like you buy the package of Jell-O and then you throw it in the fridge and then it's just like cherry Jell-O, or is it like a Jell-O salad or something?
Well,
I don't know.
First of all,
but I just saw that, and I'm just like, I can't believe the state of Nebraska would be Jell-O.
maybe it's because Jell-O's made out of bone.
Mm.
I mean, it's bone. Isn't Jell-O made out of bone marrow?
You could be right.
I think it is.
I don't know.
So maybe it's just because in Nebraska's were,
Oh, Hawaii was Jell-O too.
Really?
Yeah. Alaska, sweet potato casserole with marshmallows. Now that's getting specific.
I just don't know if I believe that survey. That might be fake news.
I think you're right. I like. Let's see. I got to look at my map. I'm not very good at geography. Let's see. This looks like Indiana. Indiana it was gravy.
Well, gravy makes sense, but because that can be on anything. but Jell-O.
Yeah. Maine was cranberry sauce. I think that was about the only cranberry listed here. Was in Maine. And I think we had one green bean casserole. You want to take a guess?
Green bean casserole. Yeah. Kansas.
No, good guess, though. Kansas was mashed potatoes. The only green bean casserole that I see on the list, the state of Montana.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's the wackiest survey I've ever heard.
I know. I have no idea who did this survey. But anyway, there you go.
All
That's
right.
your state's favorite Thanksgiving dish in 2020. Break out the Jell-O.
Here we come.
or check us out at myteampt.com, 872-5111.
Did you know that Ace Hardware's Clark and Kensington interior and exterior paints are 100% acrylic with a primer mixed in? At Prox Ace Hardware in Broken Bow, they can tint your paint to match any color from any color card. Prox has Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines colors, plus over 1,000 color cards to choose from. Their color spectrometer scans anything you bring in and want matched. Don't want to commit to a gallon? Pint samples are just $6.99 mixed to any color. Prox Ace Hardware in Broken Bow. Visit them today.
With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick. Sorry, kids.
Yep, even easier than that. And with our top-rated app, you can bank anytime, anywhere, making Capital One an even easier decision.
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
New consumer accounts only. Approval required. Terms apply. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Hey, what do you want to da-da-da? I don't know. What do y'all think we should da-da-da? Well, what did we da yesterday? Yesterday. All the dolls feel like the same doll these days. I know. Like, is today Monday or Tuesday? Today is Thursday. Oh, no, I forgot to call my mom on her birthday. Oh, no.
These days, nothing is normal and everything is weird. But you could still save big when you switch to Progressive. That won't change. Not today or any day.
Quote today at Progressive.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
for individuals to join their lot maintenance team, where they would be responsible for providing maintenance support on a variety of systems and structures throughout the feedlot. Adams is offering a $1,000 hiring bonus along with competitive wages and a full benefits package, including medical, dental, paid time off, and a company match 401k. Visit their website at adamslandandcattle.com to learn more about this position, as well as other career opportunities through the organization. Be sure to stay connected by following Adams Land and Cattle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can see this full job posting by going to sandhillsexpress.com and clicking on the employment page.
All right. Another job opportunity. That's amazing considering what's going on in the rest of our country out there. So take advantage of those opportunities out there. Also want to thank Viera Wireless this morning for being part of our show, helping co-sponsor along with the other businesses, and a special thank you for their help during our experiments and then kind of cut it onto a regular basis of video streaming some of the sports contests, and we're considering more of that here in the winter sports season, depending on what some of the guidelines and regulations are. And even if there aren't, we're going to consider doing some of those with live video. What else do you have for us there, Brent Apperson?
I want to remind you about our good friends at Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow, a wonderful care facility right here in the heart of Custer County, taking care of those battling through Alzheimer's and related dementia. They are certainly doing everything that they can during this time to keep their residents and staff safe during this time that we're all fighting through. They are following all of the recommendations from the CDC as well as DHHS to protect their residents. If you want to find out more about their services that they offer both within the facility itself, but also even outside the facility, give them a call today at 872-6387. That's 872-6387.
an equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Callaway. The Grand Generation Manor.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall. Now all you got to do is call, and I'll be.
See,
You've got a friend.
8:31, working on 8:32. Do want to talk a little bit about a fundraiser that's taking place, that's underway. We received word late last week, that there is a account open at Great Western Bank here in Broken Bow to help support Bubba Franzen, who was recently in that awful accident out on Highway 92 just west of Myrna, where he was in a tractor and struck by a semi-truck and was seriously injured. And, of course, we don't have any status on his condition. That's hard to get these days because of privacy, but we do know it's very, very serious. And there's an account open at Great Western Bank if you would like to help Bubba Franzen. He has a family. He has some obligations, of course, and he's going to have some bills that are going to be beyond belief. So open up your pocketbooks and your heart, if you would. Stop by Great Western Bank. They have an account open that you can make donations to on Bubba's behalf. He's a beloved guy around the community. People really like him and his family, and he has a support that he will need out there, and continued support from us folks who maybe you don't even know Bubba, but he's a good guy, and the family has hit some tough times, and they could use your help. So stop in to the bank at Great Western. They have an account open there. What else do you have for us, Brent?
If you're looking for a great Christmas gift for somebody, what do you say you get their car cleaned for them?
That's a good idea.
There you go. And LB Custom Chrome and Detailing in Broken Bow is ready to go to work for you. They got a big special going on right now through December 24th. Take advantage of some great specials at LB Custom Chrome and Detailing right here in Broken Bow. Great ideas for Christmas. Here's one of the specials they have going on. For just $15 a month, you can get unlimited washes and vacuums to keep that vehicle looking nice year-round. That's for $15 a month. And right now they're also offering $25 off every gift certificate that is purchased. They have 3 options for gift certificates. One of them is to clean the interior of your vehicle. One is for the exterior. And then the other is putting the two together and getting the complete package. They can be purchased online at lbcustomchrome.com/MMP, or give them a call at 872-6212, or stop by and talk to them. It's LB Custom Chrome and Detailing right here in Broken Bow. with money for donations for the purchase of toys will be accepted. They will also be accepting silent auction items to be sold at the Toy Drive Party, which is scheduled this year for Saturday, December the 12th. So keep that in mind. Also, they want to remind you that Shotgun Annie's in Callaway is going to be closed this week to take some time and spend it with family, and they'll open again on this Saturday, November 28th. So in the meantime, everybody at Shotgun Annie's in Callaway wishes all of you and your families a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday.
Thank you, Shotgun Annie's in Callaway. Just really need to get this COVID situation cleared up for many reasons, obvious reasons, but Cuddly Ken is just at a loss in Callaway.
Well, yeah, you probably can't hug anybody.
Can't be hugging people, and people need to hug Kenny.
Can you do a virtual hug?
Did you hear? We made national news.
Who's we? You and me?
Nebraska.
Oh.
No, Nebraska. Grand Island, Nebraska, specifically.
No, I didn't know that. No.
Yeah.
How did Grand Island get in the national news, if you don't mind me asking?
2 grandsons missed hugging their grandparents so badly, they created they built a stand, I think with plexiglass and curtains, and then with covered arms and hands that you could stick through so that they could hug their grandparents.
Yeah,
and
wow.
their grandparents could hug them back the other direction. They built it and created it. It made national news.
Wow, neat.
Yeah.
While you were gone a couple of days ago, we were reading a story about how the Lifetime channel is making it to where they can still film movies and have the kiss. You know,
well, I heard you guys
with
talking about
the
that.
romantic movie, they kiss on the plexiglass now. I thought that was interesting.
Well, did they just kiss with their lips, right? I mean,
I don't know. I just thought that was interesting because you can't have a Lifetime movie without a kiss.
Yeah, well, in those movies, that would just be with the lips anyway. So I guess, that would be on the plexiglass, but they would leave lipstick.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it would leave a smudge.
Don't know.
Ooh. Anything for Lifetime. We'll take a quick time out, and we'll be back with more information.
At Universal Insurance in Broken Bow, Nate and Jack are ready to go to the ends of the universe for you to make insurance a breeze. Want to get your products and service through text on your phone? They can do that. Want to pick up the phone and talk to them? Of course, they're ready to answer. Want to have a cup of coffee and talk about anything under the sun? You guessed it, they can do that too. No matter how you want them to be there for you, you can expect friendly, personal service paired with great products at Universal Insurance in Broken Bow.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
8:47. We have another very important event we want to highlight coming up on Friday, November 27th. We talked with Drew Gaffney about it this past week as he reported for Burwell Livestock and Broken Bow Livestock this past Tuesday. Coming up on Friday, November 27th, there will be a benefit for the Millison and Wolever families. Now, you may remember a tragic accident that happened back in September when Ty and Shelby Millison were in a traffic accident that claimed the life of Ty and left Shelby in critical condition. And I think Drew mentioned that Shelby is rehabilitating out in Denver, Colorado right now. So you can imagine the medical bills that are coming their way in those families. And, sometimes, Brent, these sorts of benefits are as much of a help mentally as they are financially. And this is so important for us to show support for this young lady married a very short period of time. They had a whole life ahead of them on a ranch located between Dunning and Brewster. And Ty was already through school and was planning on doing some auctioneering. He had actually done some auctioneering at the livestock market at Burwell in 2019. A great young couple, tragic story, but now we need to get Shelby on her feet. And they're going to be doing a really good thing on Friday. They're going to have a steer that's going to be sold at Burwell Livestock around noon. And this is going to be, as Drew described it, kind of a rollover type sale. The steer will be sold as many times as people want to buy it and then let it go and be sold again. So there's the potential to raise a lot of money and send a great signal to the families. And again, they plan to sell that right around noon this Friday. And of course, they have the video available so you can bid online. You could probably call Drew ahead and make a bid, make a donation even if you don't want to get involved in the auction, to get some money headed towards Shelby's way so she can get back on her feet and, gather everything up and as Sandhilders do, take that first step forward in life. But we need to help. We need to help with that. So that's coming up this Friday at noon at the Burwell Livestock.
All right.
All right, Brent Apperson, any more notes on your table you'd like to cover?
Well, we can go back to the job listings for you. When you go to sandhillsexpress.com and click on the employment page, these are some more of the job listings that you will find listed there. Off-Broadway Assisted Living in Broken Bow is looking for some people to join their team. They are currently looking for a medication aide/caregiver. This is a 40 hours a week position and also working every third weekend. Here are the qualifications. You must have a Nebraska Med Aid license in good standing, previous experience with elderly, good attendance, reliable team player, and flexible. Also at Off-Broadway in Broken Bow, they're looking for an office manager. This is a full-time position, Monday through Friday. You must be professional and proficient in Excel, Publisher, Word, and QuickBooks, and, of course, working well with elderly, a must. To apply for these positions, you can email your resume to Suzanne. And here's the email address. It's administrator@offbroadwayapartments.com. And again, you can view that job listing on the employment page of sandhillsexpress.com. Also, the Nebraska Department of Transportation is currently accepting applications for a highway maintenance worker in Broken Bow. For a full job description or to apply, go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. Now, an online state application must be completed, so you need to go to that website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. If you need accommodation and help in the selection process, you can notify Nebraska State personnel at the phone number of 402-471-2075. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer. And one final job listing to announce to you yet this morning. Sandhills Care Center in Ainsworth is currently hiring, looking for several positions, including a director of nursing. This would be a registered nurse with preferably 3 years of experience in long-term care. Also looking for RNs and LPNs for charge nurse, full-time day shift, and full-time night shift. Also positions open for CNAs for both full-time and part-time shifts. Also a position open for a dietary aide/cook, again, full-time and part-time available. To find out more and to apply, just go to their website, which is sandhillscarecenter.com.
Thank you, Brent. We're going to take a time out, and we're going to play a song just about that very thing we were talking about. That's throwing out a line and helping your neighbor.
Get a jump start on your 2021 financial resolutions with Premier Checking at Bruning Bank. Earn interest monthly with your Premier Checking account by doing things you
Patty Griffith, throw a line out there. Throw some love out there. Oh, gosh.
What now?
Oh, on the chat.
Oh, is someone interacting with us?
Debbie, Clay, Dady, Bears fan here.
Yay! All right, Debbie.
I just sent back to her, Deb, I still like you even though you are a Bears fan.
There's more Bears fans around here, I think, than we know. And I'm glad about that. I kind of feel bad. I felt like I was down on my Bears earlier in our conversation.
You were.
Well,
you were down on them.
Well, they've been struggling. 5-1. You know, now granted, the 5-1, you know, you kind of like, they're 5-1, but now they're in the midst of this losing streak, which is kind of a bummer. But I'm a Bears fan through and through.
Well, we don't have enough time to talk Huskers, but we might do that next half hour.
Do we have to?
Well, last time they lost, we didn't talk about them, so I think we need to discuss it this time around.
Okay.
Might get Jeremy in here to, maybe the two other sports guys in here, and I'd turn it over to you guys because we listened on the radio, but I didn't really.
It was tough to watch. It just, man alive, it was ugly.
Well, didn't get off to a very good start, I would say that.
No, I mean, this had nothing to do with the outcome of the game probably, but I don't think that was a fumble. It certainly looked like a forward pass. Now, it should have been a penalty because McCaffrey was across the line of scrimmage, but that ball went forward, and I think everybody realizes it. Why it was not looked at closer by officials, I don't understand, but... Anyway, but no, the game as a whole, it was just, man, it's like one step forward, and you know they say one step forward, two steps back. It's like one step forward, three steps back. Ugh,
yeah, it's
man.
Tough. It's funny you would bring that up on that call. That sounds a lot like the doctored football for the Packers game.
It is not even close to similar.
Sounds a lot like that.
No.
Then, listening to it on the radio, of course, we just had to go by the commentators, and
sure.
they right away mentioned, I don't think that was the correct call, and you hate to get started off like that. I mean, the mistake was made, mishandling of the situation,
yeah.
But the call could have, that really kind of got the momentum going, as you said in your story, kind of strange start to the game, and I don't know. There you are, you fumble or called fumble first time, and at scrimmage, and there's nobody in the stadium. It's got to be weird.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
All right, we're going to take a news break. We'll be back with more on The Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Despite surging COVID cases, the TSA screened more than 1 million airline passengers yesterday. Thanksgiving advice, Brown University's Dr. Ashish Jha.
If you have already committed to going, if you've already left, there are things you can do to make it safer. But there are tough things like try to eat outside, wear a mask when you're inside with your family, not things that we're used to doing.
AstraZeneca enters the COVID vaccine fray. British Health Secretary Matt Hancock says the latest version proved 90% effective.
To get this result that overall effectiveness 70%, but in one formulation of doses, effectiveness of 90%. That is very good news for everyone.
CBS News has learned President-elect Biden will choose Linda Thomas Greenfield to be ambassador to the UN. CBS's Nicole Killian.
She was the former Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs and one of the highest-ranking black diplomats at the department.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Deb Carson.
Sunday night football action featured a battle between two AFC West teams. It was the Chiefs that came out on top, beating the Raiders 35-31. Kansas City improves to 9-1. Patrick Mahomes hit Travis Kelce with a game-winning touchdown pass with just 28 seconds on the clock. Colts rallied to beat the Packers in overtime 34-31. Also an overtime win for the Titans over the Ravens. Tennessee improves to 7-3. Baltimore falls to 6-4. St. Saints improved to 8-2 with their 7th straight win. They beat the Falcons 24-9. Steelers are a perfect 10-0 after downing the Jaguars 27-3. Ben Roethlisberger with 2 touchdown passes in the win, while the Cowboys beat the Vikings 31-28. Washington took down the Bengals 20-9 in the loss. Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow ended his season with a torn ACL.
Here is your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll see a slight chance of some light rain developing throughout the area, otherwise mostly cloudy with a high near 46. And then into later on tonight, we'll see a good chance of rain and a low around 33. A rain-snow mix is possible on Tuesday with a high temperature near 42. We'll then see a slight chance of light snow later on Tuesday night and lows near 19. And then for Wednesday, expecting sunshine, highs around 50. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm Nick Carlisle.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Custer Electric and Irrigation is your place for all things pivots and electrical. Call today to schedule your fall pivot maintenance. Lance offers a flat rate tower inspection fee, 10% off any parts needed, and a 46-point inspection process that ensures your peace of mind in the spring. Maybe you're in the market for a new sprinkler package or a brand new Zematic pivot. They can help with that too. With 0% financing, now is the time to replace that old pivot and enjoy the power of Zematic in your fields. And ask how they can save you $500 on a sprinkler package. With harvest coming, make sure your grain bins are in top working order by having them checked over or even rewired. Lance and the crew will keep your bins in top shape so you don't worry about wet corn at your busiest time. They also carry the widest range of fuses and capacitors in town. Call today at 872-7786. Check them out on Facebook or at custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
9:04, 39 degrees outside. We talked about football just for a moment, about Nebraska's struggles, and maybe on a Monday we just don't need to bring our emotions down any further. Dark outside, cloud cover, windy. So let's talk about a success that we should pay more attention to here in Nebraska on the sports side of things.
Okay.
We have a very bright spot in professional sports that I don't believe gets enough attention.
Oh, I think
here
I know
in
where
Nebraska.
I think I know where you're going.
Bud Crawford.
Oh,
Terrence Bud Crawford.
Did you see his fight the other night?
Yes, he is so good.
He is good.
You can't get anybody to fight him because he's so good and he's so mean in the ring. Nobody wants to mess with him, and therefore he's not getting the attention that he deserves as a multiple weight champion. He's got 3 different titles, I believe, in different weight divisions, and he destroys his opponents for the most part with his mind and his body. He figures an opponent out very early. If he doesn't, he gets it figured out midway through the fight, gets that foot around the other guy where it's supposed to be, and then he puts the leverage on him and just brutalizes him. And we got a professional prize fighter in Nebraska that's fantastic, and we just don't seem to hear much noise about it.
Yeah, he is good. That fight he had the other night, his opponent, and I can't think of the name now, but he's a former champion.
Yeah.
You know, I think he was one of the few that beat Sean Porter, right?
He was.
His opponent.
And he's naturally a bigger guy.
Oh, yeah. And he was kind of controlling the fight through the first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And then the 4th round is just all of a sudden, kaboom.
Yeah.
He walks into a right hand and the fight's over. So yeah, he is fun to watch. And I mean, listen, we're Nebraskans, and he does not shy away from where he's from.
No, Omaha, man.
He promotes heavily Nebraska, promotes heavily Omaha. I think he's giving back too to the community in big ways. So he's an easy guy for fellow Nebraskans to cheer for. Yeah. I think, and it will be interesting to see what's next for him. The thing about boxing that's always bothered me is you always have different promoters, you know, and I think that's what the big problem is with getting the big name fight that you're talking about. Is you've got everybody in that division with a different promotion company.
Yeah.
You know, they're with Premier Boxing. He's with Top Rank Boxing. And it just seems like they can never get together on venue or money or whatever. And, I mean, that's why it took us so long to get Pacquiao and Mayweather. And by the time we got to the fight, it was kind of anticlimactic.
Well, they don't fight each other when they're in their prime.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening here with Terrence. He's probably getting ready to go on the other side of his prime, even though I don't think he would admit that because he just seems to be getting better and better. But, time has its toll on prize fighting, with a few exceptions. And fighters fight too long a lot of times. He wants a premier fight. He wants to fight fighters in their prime, and he can't find anybody. And then it comes down to the money side of it. He's fighting on ESPN, I think, the other night.
Yeah.
That should have, typically a guy with 3 titles and undefeated and such a precision fighter in the ring would be pay-per-view. I mean, you'd pay to see that fight. I'm glad we didn't because it was a great fight to watch.
It was a great fight.
And,
he should the next fight should be the winner of Garcia and Spence coming up should fight Crawford.
Yeah. Will it happen? I don't know. I think he's just like, I'll take on anybody. He's a totally different person out of the ring than he is in the ring. And a personal experience with that, there's a restaurant in the Old Market that Joan and I like to go to when we stay in Omaha. And they serve breakfast. It's kind of it used to be one of the old diners down there. Some of you folks who are familiar with the Old Market, there was a breakfast diner down there. It wasn't like the old steel trailer house type of diner. And you could go in there and get yourself this great meal, breakfast in the morning. And it had that good old feel to it. The locals were coming in, and we enjoyed that. Well, that was going to be developed, so they closed that down, and they moved it to and I don't remember the name of the place on the main drag in the Old Market, but they moved the restaurant part to that, and it's a bar, but the restaurant's in it. And we walked in there one mid to late morning. It was a cold, wet day, and there was a gentleman coming out of the restaurant, and I looked at him, and I thought, that's Bud Crawford. He says hi, and I said hello, and that was it.
Yeah.
My son Paul was mortified that I didn't get an autograph
I'm
from him
sure.
because he's followed him since he first started, and they would go down to those fights in Omaha when he was just getting known.
Mm-hmm.
Very polite, very soft-spoken gentleman. Said hi, and away went. And we talked to the waitresses about it, and they said, yeah, he's a regular. He comes in every so often, and he's just the sweetest guy. He's the nicest guy you ever want to meet. And then you watch him with that look he has in his eye when he gets in the ring, and he gets himself situated. He can fight with both hands, righty or lefty. He can switch. He's got power in both hands. I think he's a real gem here in Nebraska that I know not everybody out there is a fight fan, but he's undefeated, folks. We're worried about, a football game, and our records in Nebraska struggling to have a win, and this guy's knocking everybody out and rarely gets the attention he deserves. But that's the way boxing is these days. And it's changed a lot with boxing since they came up with the fighting in the, what do they call it, Brent?
In the UFC?
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotten some attention in fighting that's probably drawn away from boxing. They're both violent sports, but I believe the boxing's a little less violent than what you see guys wrestling each other down and then getting them down and pound on each other. But a lot of people like that sport as well. But Bud Crawford is, he's
special.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a special fighter.
All right. It's 9/11. I know that the number of boxing fans are limited out there, but like the Bears, there might be more of those than you think.
Well, you know what? Anytime when you're from Nebraska and there's a Nebraska person involved, that creates a little bit more interest around the state.
Yeah. Well, if you hear of another fight and you can catch it, folks, do it, because you're seeing a true professional at the peak of his career. And as we mentioned, that doesn't last forever. But he just looks like he has so much power in either hand right now, and has that mental capacity to figure out fights as they go along. He figures out how to beat somebody with strategy and with his brute force that he has. And meeting him and standing beside him, you never really can tell on TV. You know, I'm 6'2", somewhere in there. And I think they have him at like 5'10" or something like that. And that would be a bit of a stretch, actually. You know, he's not a real big guy, but he's big in the ring.
Yeah,
man. All right, got me fired up. Got a little music from John Fogerty coming your way.
$2.98 a pound. King's Hawaiian dinner rolls 12 count, $2.98. Best choice grade A turkeys between 10 and 24 pounds are 88 cents a pound. Ocean Spray cranberry sauce, jellied or whole berry, 2 for $3. Last but not least, dessert. Marie Calendar pies are $4.78 and best choice whipped topping is 78 cents. Grocery cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Variety is the spice of life, and variety is what you'll find at Muddy Creek Auto in Broken Bow. Cars, SUVs, trucks, from dependable four-wheel drive options to options with plenty of room for the whole family. Commuter cars or that first car for the kid. Muddy Creek Auto looks forward to helping you find what's perfect for you in their variety of choices on the lot. Unbeatable prices and a variety to choose from no matter your budget. That's Muddy Creek Auto in Broken Bow, in the middle of town on Highway 2.
A lot goes into keeping a precision operation moving. The inputs you choose have to deliver results. New Delaro Complete Fungicide from Bayer offers unmatched consistency and the most complete disease control available. Your corn and soy and yields higher, even in unpredictable conditions. With Delaro Complete, you get results you can count on to help keep your precision operation running smoothly. Always read and follow label instructions. To learn more, visit delarocomplete.us today.
The next time you want to buy a piece of land, check out farmland.com to finance it. Farmland is the new online financing option from Farm Credit Services of America. Farmland delivers more convenience, a faster application process, plus competitive rates and terms. Agriculture is changing at the speed of technology, and today we're financing at the speed of agriculture. Apply at farmland.com/radio. Terms apply. Farmland. Open farmers hours.
9:26 is your time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Today, it should be an interesting show, I would think, with everything that's going on. The governor's statewide call-in show will be held, including here on KCNI Radio, 1280 AM, 96.3 FM. And I would think with everything going on, some questions out there, this would be an especially interesting show. And that goes on live at what, 2:05, 2:10, somewhere?
Straight up 2 o'clock.
Straight up 2.
Yep, straight up 2 o'clock, and you can hear it on KCNI Radio today.
All right. Sports Nightly might be interesting tonight.
It could be, yeah.
And by the way, we will not have Sports Nightly on Thanksgiving or Friday. Now, they play on Friday, right?
Yeah. Nebraska football will play on Friday. They'll play Iowa day after Thanksgiving. Kickoff, I believe, noon. So that means pregame would start 10 o'clock shortly right after the breakfast show on Friday. So we'll broadcast it for you on KBBN 95.3 FM. And that'll be Friday, the Hawkeyes and the Huskers.
The Hawkeyes are pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, they've lost a couple.
Oh, have they?
But, they'll be ready to play. They seem to get up for Nebraska.
They do.
They don't. They're not really concerned about what Nebraska football's going through right now. So they'll be ready to play.
You mean they don't feel bad for us?
I don't think they feel bad at all. No. But hopefully our kids will rebound and they'll be ready to play too. So that's what sports is about. You just got to find a way to rebound. So we'll see what happens on Friday.
Yeah, we hope there's a heart-to-heart or talk or two and maybe come back out reset and reinvigorated to play some. Is that there or here?
It's at Iowa.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Do they allow people to those games, or do you know?
Well, you know what? That's something I just can't answer, Dave. It was kind of my thought that the Big Ten Conference said no people in the stadium, but I know watching the game against Illinois, they showed some folks in the stands. I assume that that's family, but so I'm not exactly sure. I don't really know what the rules and regulations regarding that is at the moment.
One complaint before we close here on behalf of Jeremy Shipe. Now, game before last, they had cardboard cutouts in the stadium. I didn't watch this week. Did they have those again?
I think so. Yeah, I believe so.
Was Jeremy's dog in there again, or did they just only get to be in there once?
That's a good question. You have to ask Jeremy about that. I don't know if that is a seat for the entire season or if it's just like one game at a time. I think it's for the year.
Oh, okay.
So I hope that Walter's picture was up on Saturday.
But they just don't, the complaint is they just don't show that many of the cardboard people.
On TV?
Yeah, except maybe if they're a celebrity, you might see one real quick. But just the general cardboard audience, they're not really scanning. We can't see Jeremy's dog if they don't go out there and give us a scan.
It's a good point. Yep. I don't know. I'll try to get the Fox television number for you, and you can call them up and say, hey, we want to see Walter the next time you do a game at Nebraska.
Would you?
All right, I'll do that. Okay. Hey, speaking of games and everything, the great and perfect meal when you're watching a game is pizza. And we want to remind you that the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow is ready to go to work. Now, of course, their dining room is still closed, but carry out and delivery certainly available. They're open Monday through Sunday, 11 until 10 for carry out. Delivery Monday through Friday, 11 to 2 and 5 to 10, and then delivery all day Saturday and Sunday. And we remind you of their kind of lunch special that they have going on right now, Monday through Friday, 11 until 2. You can drive by and pick up a beef personal pan pizza and a bottle of pop for just $5. That's during lunch from 11 until 2, Monday through Friday at the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow. Also specials going on each and every weekday. Today, it's a large for a medium charge. On Tuesday, it's Toscani Tuesday, featuring their delicious Toscani pasta. On Wednesday, it's medium, one topping, beef or pepperoni for just $6. Call ahead. And then Thursday, they feature their taco pizza. It's Taco Thursday, large taco pizza for $10. Those are just some of the specials you can get right now at the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow.
That takes care of our Monday show. Join us again tomorrow morning at 7:30. Thanks for listening, Brent. Have a great day.
See ya.